Good morning, Terry. Good morning, Troy. I mean, good morning. What am I talking about? Good afternoon. Oh my goodness. Hold on. All right, how are you doing today? Let me turn down the music a little bit. Just getting that all set up. Let's get it moved over. All right, so I do have right here, we have the watch list. I do build this live every morning at 8:15 Eastern. So come and join me as a member. You guys will see how I build this, how we get the levels all set up, ready to go. We see here on the 3-day chart of the SPY, oh yeah, we came and hit the trend line, rejected. Now we came down to the 8 EMA. We're stuck between the 4 and the 8, hitting a nice volume profile level. I believe if we close below 396, yeah, that's right. I love music. I'm always playing music in the morning when I'm doing my list. So if you come and join me, you'll get some amazing positive vibes in the morning too to start your day. Nice and full of energy, right? So over here, hold on, let me just see. Is this my limit halt? No, I want the yellow one. So I did not adjust this yet, but we can easily do this. And coordinates for today is 371.62. I don't think we're necessarily going to hit that today. We are down just a percentage. I don't think we're going to move all the way down to 371.62, but you never know, right? Maybe they're going to come out and they're going to say, oh yeah, all of these debt issues with, let's see, if we go over here to Bank Telegraph, Gold Bank Telegraph on Twitter, right here. Not such good news. The banks for international settlements are warning that pension funds and non-bank financial firms now have more than 80 trillion. 80 trillion? Wait a second. 80 trillion in debt? Oh my goodness. Seriously? 80 trillion? If you scroll down further, you will see here is the article by Reuters. I also posted this on my Twitter as well. We also have Ripple in the news. If you are a follower of mine and have been for quite a while, Ripple is getting some interesting news, right? Talking about how Ripple really, it's not really a fight against the SEC. It was won back in 2015 when they signed a bank agreement. Did anybody know that? Yeah, they signed a bank agreement back in 2015. They're just playing along with this lawsuit. It's already been set up to be utilized by the banks as an institutional form of money. So you can, I do have that link somewhere. I don't know where it is right at the moment, but we are going to see that Ripple likely has a major move coming up. In my opinion, it's going to be the upside. Potentially down first, as I believe that most crypto will crash as well. So this morning, hey, if we go below 399, a nice potential trade to the downside. Yeah, I think that worked pretty well, right? Nice $4.40 below 399. Qs, right? If we go below 287.50, boom, look at that. First 15 minutes came down to 282.40, but even 283, that's still nice, right? $4.50 there. How about the Russell? Yep, Russell down below 182. We'll take it. 180.75. That's a nice area, right? If you're patient all day and just sort of rode that down. How about the Dow Jones? Dow Jones ETF. Yep, below 339.50. Had a little test, bounce, boom. Down to 337.30-ish, right? Pretty easy trades to the downside today. Now, Apple, definitely a part of that. In my opinion, if we see Apple go below 140, I think we're really going to see a bigger move to the downside. Right over here, 140. If we go below 140, I think the market's going to crash as a whole. So in my opinion, put a 140 alert on your chart. You can see how Apple chart really mimicked the SPY, the Qs. It's a big influencer in the indexes overall with the weights. Let's look at BABA today. So BABA bounced up yesterday. I've got on the 3-day chart. Hold on, let's put on 24 hours over here. So we gapped up, sold off. I moved my trend line this morning, came down to the floor and bounced. Oh wait, we came down to the 200 EMA? No way, it worked again? That's right, 200 EMA on the 15-minute. And look at how that 33 is acting as support. If we have a breakdown below 91.40, I think we're going to see this come back down to probably 90.50, but even back down to 90.20. Another test down there. So we'll see what happens over here. But a lot of those Chinese stocks really had big movement. Lee with the move up yesterday, retracement, and then resurgence today, up above 23.20. A smaller move, 30 cents, but still nice, right? And we're testing that resistance again. We might see another leg up. This could be wave 1, 2. Maybe we're setting up for wave 3, 22.80 up to 23.50, 70 cents. Maybe another 70-cent move up to 24.20. Oh yeah, we might test those highs from yesterday. So keep it on watch into the afternoon. Amazon, nice downward price action, right? Down below 90.80. Pretty much all of the majors melted today. And I'm just getting used to the new setup with the new streaming software. So it came down, nice sideways price action. If you look, it started to really go sideways about 10:30 today. Also, with our news, we did have the trade balance was a little bit better than expected. At least it wasn't negative 80 billion, right? It was only negative 78 billion. We were at a deficit for our trade balance. Do you notice that they love to run deficits in the US? Deficits, right? Look up the gold reserves from 1971, Roosevelt. Check out Bretton Woods. Basically, we've been in debt for a good 90 years, right? But it might not be sustainable. Let's look at the US debt clock. Let's talk about the US credit, right? 31 trillion. What is the debt ceiling? What is the current US debt ceiling? Current US debt ceiling. Nope. We want to see. They recently raised it, right? I think in November. Could US see a fight over debt ceiling that rocks the market? Ooh, CNN's talking about this. This could get ugly, right? Do we have a number here? I'm looking, scanning really quickly. I think we might see that the Fed is going to have to bail us out again. Debt ceiling. I want to know the, okay, 31 trillion. The debt ceiling is a little under 31.4 trillion. Budget house. Okay, debt ceiling is slightly below 31.4 trillion. And where are we? No, I want to look here. 31.4. Okay, we're above 31.4. That limit is expected to cover federal borrowing until the early part of 2023. Okay, so what happens when we exceed the debt ceiling? Relevance of debt ceiling. There's a debate about what debt ceiling useful needs. Some argue that debt ceiling is outdated given the role the Treasury debt plays. Eliminating the debt ceiling would prevent members of Congress from threatening the full faith and credit of the United States. So here's the thing. If we're above the 31.4 debt ceiling, we've basically defaulted, right? Is that correct? Has the U.S. defaulted? Because we are above it. We haven't paid it. That sounds like it could be a problem, right? This should be an interesting week. Is that why we're seeing the market drop? How about the dollar? Dollar's up a little bit today against the basket of other currencies. I'm going to have to do more research about this. The debt ceiling and the debt clock. I'm going to take a little snapshot. Debt clock's going to be my cover today. If you guys want to look it up and see, where is this? Sorry. Right? Are we at 120? We're at 121% of our GDP. But then why does the government vote on the debt ceiling? Right? I gotta look it up. I'm gonna do research on it. All right, let's go back over here. So we had Apple, we already looked at that. Rio Tinto, one of the top gold stocks, has just been in an upward trend, much like Wheaton Precious Metals. So today had a little downward price action on the 15-minute chart down to the 161 EMA. We had Silvergate Capital that had a nice move today. This has a lower float, 27.8 million, a bounce up from 22.50 up to 24.40. So nice $1.40 move there. We also had Taiwan Semiconductors, a little implosion. We have a rounded top setting up here, which looks very similar to the Walmart chart, right? Walmart chart has a rounded top as well. Looks like this might come down to roughly 148.50 area. USO, the USO, which is directly related to oil futures contracts, is dropping in price, right? Potentially this is in relation to the new contracts that were signed with Russia for Russian oil that could be dropping the purchasing of the petrodollar oil because Russia is accepting gold with the BRICS members. So that could be part of the reason why we're seeing oil drop. Yay, that means we're probably, or at least we should theoretically be paying less at the pump. So that is a bit of a gift that we are seeing this drop as well. Let's check out MRTX. MRTX had a bigger downward turn today, this morning, but just sideways price action since then. Really a no trade on that one. And FSLR, someone told me earlier that they were downgraded to a sell. Just a quick pop and really, let's look at that 5 minutes on a 5-minute chart. So it spiked and then it dropped. It's crazy price action. And it's just pretty much been sideways overall. Just testing that support level. Oh, who just shorted it? Did you just short that? Who shorted it? It's coming down. Let's see if it drops below 161.40. I would watch that level down to 161 and then maybe on down. Maybe it's going to hit 158.90 today to the downward price action. Does anybody have a question or a stock that you'd like to see? Let's jump over to some cryptos over here. See what's going on in the crypto space as well. Let's see. Biggest gainer, Solana today. Not much of a move upwards. We are seeing that Bitcoin is back down below 17,000. Really sideways price action here on Bitcoin. This sideways price action leads me to believe that we're in consolidation mode, getting ready for a bigger move, right? So is this going to move up? If it breaks up above 17,400, potentially a nice trade up to 18.5. If it breaks down below 16.5, I'd watch for new lows, or at least a test down to 15,750. Let's look at silver. We already looked at silver is down just a little bit today, coming back, but still in the upward trend. Let's look at Ethereum. That's the Ethereum market cap. Ethereum is mimicking Bitcoin today, and I feel that once we get a breakout of the range here, we should have a bigger movement either to the upward side or to the downward side. So keep those on watch. Pretty much all of crypto space today is red, except for Solana. Oh, you want to check out Win? Let's check it out. Oh, Win looks like a Yeah, bad scientists. Not anytime soon. Maybe if I start to see the dark pool buying, will it reverse? Right now, I'm not feeling the reversal just yet. Okay, I know that Apple did talk about moving their production to India instead of in China. They had signed a 5-year deal to sell in China their Apple products that could be in relation to the patent rights that Trump had set in place. But right now, I don't see any movement at the moment. All right. To the upside, I should say. So when we have descending volume as it's moving up, it's coming back. I'd watch for this to really hold the 84 level. If this fails the 84 level, down to 83 and then potentially back to this former high over here of 80. On an intraday sort of trade, I'd be looking tighter, obviously. 85 to 85.80 would be what I would watch on the intraday chart for a win. All right. Anything else you all want to look at? Had amazing moves on gold as well. Right here, gold is setting back up for another move potentially. We've put it in a little channel. Where's my channel? Here we go. Could be setting up just like Rio, coming to the bottom bounds, getting ready for that next big move up to the upside potentially on gold. Yeah, my pleasure, Troy. Anytime. All right. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. I will see you at 12 o'clock tomorrow. If you'd like to join me in the morning for my watch list, please sign up as a